So you've now finished university, or maybe you didn't even choose to go to university, but no one's really told you how to network with people outside of a university environment. Well, it is a good job that you chose to click on this video because that's exactly what I'm going to be telling you. So, the best and probably the most easiest way of meeting new people and networking with people is basically just talking to your friends of friends. Hey, did you ever sort out your hemorrhoids problem? Hold on, actually, one second. I think my friend's here now. Hello? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, long time no see. Oh, hello, my name's Saga, nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you as well. Actually, you know what? Joe was saying that you have a YouTube channel. Yeah. I actually make videos about like engineering and tech and I guess careers and stuff like that. No way, that's actually really cool. Like the reason why I asked, because I myself also have a YouTube channel, and you know what? I think we should actually collab or something. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm always down to, you know, create content with other people as well. So yeah, definitely well up for it. But, you know, I think we need to probably stop hanging around with Joe. Yeah, Joe's a bit odd. You what? Your mum's a dickhead, blood! You're probably going to be shocked to hear this, but your friends, they don't just only hang out with you, you know? You what? Some of the awesome people that I've met so far have been pretty much friends of friends, and it's an awesome way to meet new people and expand your network. In fact, it's probably one of the most easier ways because, well, you're already going to have something in common, which is, you know, you're both friends with person X. And you're very likely to get a warm introduction to the other person. But what actually is a warm introduction? Basically, a warm intro, all it means is when someone that you know introduces you to someone that only they know, so not that you both know them already. Whereas a cold intro is where you basically reach out to someone that you've never spoken to and you don't know anyone that knows them and tries to get in touch with them. So that's a cold sort of intro or connection. So yeah, friends of friends, great place, but yeah, where else can you meet other people? Well, if you're not at university and you're probably going to be working somewhere, that's my assumption, hopefully, that you're not unemployed, because that would not be ideal. But anyway, if you are employed and do work somewhere, then you're probably going to have colleagues and work friends. And another great place to meet people are work socials. But some of you annoying folk are probably going to be like, but I already know my work colleagues. I work with them every day. Well, yeah, that's great, but there's likely to be some people in a company that you don't speak to regularly, or maybe you've never spoken to them at all. And you know, being at a work social is an ideal place to start. I think work socials are a super easy way to get to know more people because you already have a, you know, common thing that you can talk about, which is work, even though some people might not want to talk about work all the time. But still, you know, if you're at an interesting company, you might be intrigued to find out what said person does within the company and sort of like what they do day to day in their role. And that's a great way to get into talking to someone you don't really know properly, but who you work with at the same company. But maybe you don't fancy hanging around with your work colleagues after work, so what else can you do? Worry no more, I have a solution for you. Well, if you do want to test the waters outside of your place of work, then I suggest using an app called Meetup. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape or form, but I genuinely think it's a good app to use to find groups that are, you know, around a certain interest or, you know, some sort of thing like that. And it's great if you are in a big city because it's likely that there are going to be a lot of groups. So I myself currently live in London, and in London there's quite a few different groups, you know, related to tech or sports or something like that. And if you do want to network with people, say for example, if you do work in tech and you want to network with other tech people, just go to one of these meetups. And it's great fun because you get to talk to people that you normally never cross in your life. Unfortunately, if you are like a person living in a village in the middle of Wales, it's probably not going to be the most ideal thing for you. But yeah, like I said, big cities, you know, solid choice if you want to go and meet new people and network with people you won't normally get to network with, I suppose. If you're the type of person who's not really confident at talking to new people, I want you to remember this one thing. A lot of these people who attend these meetup groups have also never met anyone there in their life. So if you wanted to just talk to someone, just go for it. And they're likely to be, very open and wanting to talk to you back. So, you got nothing to lose in that sense. Okay, maybe you're not the type of person to go and talk to people in in-person events just randomly like that. Well, I have an alternative for you. LinkedIn. Yes, our friend LinkedIn is back. And LinkedIn is a great place to meet people that you wouldn't conventionally get to talk to. But I do want to say this is probably the most coldest approach you can have out of all the suggestions I have in this video of how to grow your network. So I'd say LinkedIn is good because, as I mentioned, you're able to connect with people who are more senior than you and, who have more experience because, day to day, they probably, don't have the opportunity to meet younger people and so on. But I want to say there's one downside to LinkedIn is that there are so many barriers when it comes to forming a good sort of network and relationship with these people. And the problem is with LinkedIn, you first have to be accepted as like a connection with someone, and then they have to actually reply to your message. And then you probably want to have like a video call or maybe even meet in person. Then there's a barrier of, finding time to meet or have a video call. So I'd say LinkedIn is great, but there's just so many barriers to really create like a great relationship with someone. I have used LinkedIn actually a fair bit. It's not really to build like proper meaningful connections, but just to ask a few questions to people who I mostly likely will never have access to in my life, such as CEOs or founders and stuff like that. It has been an amazing tool and I highly recommend you use it. Okay, last place are conferences and basically conventions related to the industry you work in or maybe even the field that you're going into. I do want to highlight that if you're going to a sort of conference or convention like this, and it's especially in a more sort of corporate and tech sort of environment and so on, it's very likely that the focus of a lot of people there is just going to be getting sales or building customer relations and stuff like that. So I think in terms of networking, it's probably not the most ideal case because the vast majority of people are not to expand their network, but just to expand the sales that they can make and so on. So their networking approach is not to get to know the person, but to basically find qualified buyers and stuff like that. But since they are looking to find qualified buyers and want to basically promote their products and so on, or services, or maybe just to showcase who they are and their capabilities, you're going to have some of the big shots there. So it's always a great opportunity to walk up to these people and just say hi, maybe strike a bit of a conversation. And honestly, I think, you got nothing to lose to talk to these people. And what I've learned is that I have as much right as anyone else to go talk to these people. And that's why I think sometimes if I'm in that situation, I'd rather talk to them than not, because the outcome if you don't talk to them, but you don't know the outcome of the conversation if you do talk to them. So it's kind of like a fear of missing out situation. And that's what drives me to talk to as many people as I can in this situation. So I hope this video helped you realize the different methods that you can use to network with people when you're not at university. For example, maybe you've just graduated or you're doing a degree apprenticeship instead, or maybe you just thought university is not for you, so you just entered the workforce straight up. So there you go. There's a few ways that you can follow along and grow your network and so on, and hopefully you have a fun time doing so, because it can be quite a fun opportunity to talk to some cool people and learn from them. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Well, actually, don't consider it, do it. Like the video, comment down below if you have any other pieces of advice for other viewers. Maybe you have some alternative methods to network with people. So drop a comment and maybe even comment down any events that you guys are going to. I'd like to see, maybe we're at the same one. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, see you around. Thanks a lot.